The wolves howl once again, but only a werewolf like Scott McCall can gather both new allies and reunite trusted friends to fight back against what could be the most powerful and deadliest enemy. This is Teen Wolf, the movie released in 2023. Spoiler alert. While I might give you my opinion on the film, this is not a substitute for watching it for yourself. Links to the film are in the description. 15 years after leaving Beacon Hills, Scott now runs an animal shelter in Los Angeles, adjoined to Deaton's new clinic, and is no longer in a relationship with Malia. Lydia works at an energy company in San Francisco, has broken up with Stiles after receiving a recurring vision of his death in a car crash, and has not used her banshee abilities since. Derek, Malia, and Peter now run an auto repair shop, from which Derek's 15-year-old son, Eli, persistently steals Stiles' disused Jeep. Traumatized by the sight of his father's werewolf form as a young child, Eli suffers from fainting fits whenever he transforms, which hinders his other abilities and has strained his relationship with Derek. Malia has recently begun a casual relationship with Parrish, who is quietly keen for them to become a real couple. Mason has joined the Beacon Hills police force, for whom Derek acts as a supernatural consultant. Liam lives in Japan and runs a restaurant with his kitsune girlfriend Hikari Jung, and they guard the urn containing the Nogitsune. A hooded figure attacks the restaurant and frees the Nogitsune, with which the figure forms an alliance. The hooded figure sets numerous fires in the Beacon Hills forest, using a chemical accelerant, while Scott, Lydia, and Chris receive visions of a ghostly Allison in distress. They theorize her soul is trapped in Bardo and cannot move on until they perform a ritual, for which Lydia produces garbled instructions. They return to Beacon Hills along with Jackson, who helps them decipher the remaining instructions. During a full moon, Scott, Lydia, and Malia bring a sample of earth from the ground where Allison died at Oak Creek, and the sword of the Oni that killed her to the Nemeton, which unexpectedly resurrects an unconscious Allison. She awakens in the hospital with amnesia, retaining only fragmented memories of her family and their feud with Derek, and no recollection of Scott or her other friends. She attacks Malia, Scott, and the security guards before fleeing. Deaton realizes the Nogitsune has been possessing Chris and causing the visions of Allison in order to trick Scott's pack into bringing her back from the dead. The Nogitsune uses the Nemeton's power to physically manifest before murdering a Kitsune police officer and harnessing his energies to create 9 Oni. It then approaches Allison, offering to help her eliminate Scott, claiming that he destroyed her family. She attacks Derek and Eli at the high school, but Liam and Hikari save Derek, while Allison chases Eli to the auto repair shop. Scott rescues him, and she hunts them both through the woods while in turn being pursued by Chris, Melissa, and Peter. Scott confronts Allison on a cliff edge, trying to get her to talk to him, and ultimately lets her stab him with a wolfsbane-coated dagger and take him to the town's stadium, where a lacrosse match is taking place, to use him as bait for the rest of his pack. He manages to trigger more of her memories, including some details of their relationship, and she burns the wolfsbane out of him and forms a truce with him against the Nogitsune. The Oni abduct Liam, Hikari, Derek, Eli, Noah, Mason, and Deaton, and the Nogitsune holds them hostage in an illusionary bardo. While Malia and Parrish gather silver weapons with which to slay the Oni, Lydia and Jackson examine one of the fire scenes, realizing that rowan trees were burned in order to produce mountain ash. Lydia realizes the culprit is Adrian Harris, who has been in hiding since his apparent murder, but blaming Scott's pack for his misfortunes and plotting revenge against them. The Nogitsune releases Eli to cause confusion, while Harris surrounds the stadium with mountain ash, shoots Jackson, and captures Lydia, forcing her to watch her friend's plight so the Nogitsune can feed on her pain. Scott and Allison fight the Oni while Eli frees the hostages, and Lydia subdues Harris with Jackson's help and produces a scream that fully restores Allison's memories. Scott persuades the Nogitsune to let everyone else go if Allison executes him, and she reluctantly shoots him in the chest with 3 arrows, but Hikari's Kitsune spirit shields him from harm. Parrish burns through the mountain ash, and he, Malia, Melissa, Chris, and Peter reach the others in Bardo. The reunited pack kill the Oni while Scott, Derek, and Eli overpower the Nogitsune. Derek restrains it until Parrish incinerates them both, with Derek's eyes turning red in his final moments, becoming a true alpha through his act of self-sacrifice. the Bardo illusion dissolves, and the pack reappear in the stadium. At Derek's funeral, Noah bequeaths ownership of Styles' Jeep to Eli. Scott resumes his relationship with Allison and plans to eventually adopt Eli. Parrish has Harris committed to Eichen House. If you like this video, here are some other videos for you to check out. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe for more like this one. Comment on what should we watch next, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!